Microphone at the bottom there. Can you hear me all right, Tilly? Yeah, just let me know, please. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button. I'm guessing you've hit the like button. You can actually hear me all right, and it's sound quality is okay. But I need to know if not, so I can change my setup for you. So really, also I want to talk about the priorities for half term. Okay, so this half term now. I really hope you all have an amazing half term. And you've got to make sure that you get really enthusiastic, so you actually take the time to relax a little bit. We get really kind of you get really kind of enthusiastic for what's coming, because everything that you actually study in GCSE and A level, right, is actually fascinating physics. It's actually fascinating stuff. They've put it in the GCSE because they think you want to learn it, right? It's not like we've just picked out some things that we think are the most important. No, we've put stuff in there that we think you want to learn. So really find the enthusiasm, find the interesting stuff. Okay, so look over your GCSE, and if you thought all of electricity was boring, well, find a reason to actually love it. I don't know, look up something, do some YouTube searching, okay, physics, electricity, amazing, something like that. Find those little bits. It's early doors yet for this year, even if it's your exam year. It's early doors to be worried about exam questions and stuff like that more than getting enthusiastic and finding reasons to love it. I'm loving teaching at the minute. I'm loving teaching my A-level with my GCSE groups. I'm loving all my teaching, I always do. But in GCSE we've been doing Matter, so we've been doing the atomic model stuff, and that's so fascinating when you get into that, right? That whole story of how the atom, the model of the atom, developed from Democritus through to Rutherford and Bohr. That's incredible, and I put the link to a video that I made. I actually filmed it about a year ago, but I made it. I put it out there just early this year, and it's models of the atom. So there's a link down there. That's in my videos needing a bit of love. So do go ahead and check those things out. I'm just doing this live feed because I'm launching my GCSE and A-level live shows next after. I'm launching my GCSE and A-level live shows after half term. So GCSE, I'm going to do Wednesday about 5 o'clock. And Thursday about 5 o'clock, I'm going to do A-level. Now, that's hoping that my school's internet service provider can actually let me stream live on YouTube. We thought we'd solved the problem, but when I tried it today, we obviously hadn't. So I'm really interested, what do you want to see in those live streams? What type of things do you want to see? Currently in the train station, your physics teacher has helped me through module 3 of the engineering course. All right, that's interesting. I don't teach engineering, but it's interesting to know that my teaching has actually helped with engineering as well. That's really useful to know. What else? Finally doing what I wanted and couldn't thank you more. Sadly, I was unable to thank you on the results day. Well, let me know now, PG. What were your results? Was it banging? Because of you, Sir, and Sir Lewis. Yeah, I like Sir Lewis as well. Big shout out for A-level physics. And he's actually GCSE and A-level physics online. I know that he's working really hard to make his GCSE videos, and they are such cool videos that he makes. Such well explained things. Yeah, Sir Lewis Matheson, absolutely incredible person. Big shout out to him. Check out his channel if you haven't. I'm sure you've seen his channel if you're online. Able to get a grips on physics trust. I'm in love with it. What a great thing, hashtag. Right? That's a great comment, buddy. Yeah, this is just made it, I had such a stress because I don't know if you saw, but this was meant to be live at 4:40 was when I first put it out. And I got the whole thing set up, my whole laptop and webcam and everything set up at school, and then I logged on and I was just watching the little circle go round as it tried to stream live, and it's just like I'm trying to figure this out, right? Okay, so I just came home, I picked up my baby daughter, and I came home and I thought, well, I'm still going to do the live feed even if it's a little bit late. So that's awesome. All right, so what else then? So prepare for a bit of a slog. Okay, so this half term, just remember that the half term that's coming after that, the whole weeks there, is quite a stressful period of time. All right, that's a long half term. Teachers are going to be stressed, you're going to be stressed. So this half term, most importantly, have a rest, have a really good break, and I hope you have a really, really good half term. So don't stress it if you're not interested in doing the study. I'm just going to suggest a few little videos and playlists that you have a little look at over the half term, but make it more of a kind of, less pressure half term, but more of a kind of being enthusiastic and getting ready for that hard graft over those 8 weeks up until Christmas time. And really, I think that's my biggest advice from those. I don't know if you saw my videos, kind of how we're going to do this in year 11, how we're going to do this in year 13. Well, the thing that I'm suggesting that you all make sure you do is you cover everything in your courses by Christmas time. Even if your teachers haven't, I'm suggesting you make sure you've covered everything in your courses by Christmas time, either by using the textbooks and doing the revision notes, by using the videos from Guerrilla Physics and things like A-level Physics Online and all the other fantastic Cowan Physics, Chris Goddard, all the other fantastic physics channels that are out there. If it's other sciences, then Primrose Kitten, and maths with Primrose Kitten, people like that, then make sure you've covered all of the stuff in your course by Christmas time, so that you can know all the hard stuff if it's going to come up, and it's not going to surprise you when it's going to, if it's the first time you see it by Easter, right? So essentially this half term, just get ready for that. Get ready to make sure everything can be covered by Christmas time. So get your resources in the right place, get ready to do it. All right, so what have I been teaching? Well, I feel like I just haven't even hit the ground this half term yet. We went on an Iceland trip last week, and I did a few lives from that, and I've got loads of videos coming from the Iceland trip. I think I'm going to end up with about an hour worth of videos, even when it's like edited down. So it's going to be really cool. Somebody made a great comment that just said, just take your time and make it beautiful. So I've tried to do a little bit of B-roll and stuff and make it kind of like a nice YouTube video, as well as explaining some important physics. So that's awesome. Right. So what else then? Yeah, what have we been teaching? I've been teaching Matter. Been really enjoying that with the atomic model, all the pressure stuff, really fascinating. Okay, it's all in the playlist below. Mechanics, okay, I'm teaching that to GCSE and A level, further mechanics even to year 13. Been really enjoying that. Kids have been coming in with their trainers, you know, trying to find out which one's the most powerful. We worked out the forces, and then we did power is force times speed, and we worked out the powers, and these things are incredible. And we got pretty close to the actual kind of stated values of the forces and the powers. So that was really, really interesting today. Absolutely fascinating lesson. With A-level year 13, we've been doing capacitors, and we actually did model of CCD. So CCD is that sensor basically in your camera, and how does that work? And it was great. It's been great working through some really challenging resources actually. And even me and the technician were like, what on earth is this all about? And then we get all the stuff out and we figure it out. And we still haven't figured it out until the kids come in and we're like, oh, stressing out. But you know what? It's really great when it works out in the end. And I'm just really enjoying that kind of exploring physics with everyone. So that's great. But I'm ready for a little bit of rest now. I went to Iceland with 70 children, and that was fantastic. And they're all really well behaved, 7 staff. But I was like looking after everybody's, you know, thinking about every little thing, thinking about who was staying in what room, thinking about everyone's passports, thinking about who's got these dietary requirements, everything like that. And I'm really looking forward to going on holiday with just me and my family. And you know, so this holiday is just going to be quite chill for me, getting into the photography again. So that's what I suggest you do as well with your half term, is get back in touch with any of your hobbies. We'll have a little look at the comments now, because there's some nice comments. Tilly's struggling so much with the transition from year 11 to year 12, but I'm actually loving physics right now. That's awesome to hear. That's really great. Shout out if you've got a great teacher, you know, don't need to say the name or anything, but just and make sure you're telling them that as well, because it makes it all worthwhile when we have people just saying, yeah, loving it. Do you know what? Absolutely loving it. And we you know, the kids will stay in my classroom and they'll be discussing for minutes, and you know, 10 minutes after lessons we'll still be chatting about the things, and that's great. Honestly, that's why we got into it. It's why we really want to see you guys do well. I keep looking for physics-related concepts in day-to-day life. That's a really good one, how physics have changed our lives. I figured out there's a whole lot of physics even involved in sports such as cricket. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cricket's a great example of like changing momentum. So like Newton's third law, you hit the cricket bat. Okay, well the cricket ball's got a lot lower mass than the bat, so the bat doesn't have to swing very fast to actually change the momentum of that cricket ball all the way from that really high speed coming towards the bat to the high speed going the other way. So there's some fantastic stuff like that. I always think about that when I play tennis. I'm a tennis player is my main sport, and I always think about like changing momentum when I do that as well. So yeah, definitely. And the start of our course is actually applying physics to the context of sports. So loving that, really enjoying that, really enjoying exploring it. And even in year 13, we've been doing trains, and it's like, oh, you know, this course is just written by, you know, train spotters or something like that. But, you know, we're really enjoying this motor effect. That's all like electromagnetic induction and how the train speed sensor are. And yeah, I've got loads of videos where explaining these things as well. So it's really cool. Yeah, really liking that. Can't wait for astrophysics as well. Me too, but yeah, can't wait for astro. Going to really try my best to get involved with the experiments, because there's not all that, you know, astro tends to be a bit more theory, but going to try and get involved with a bit more of the experiments, or at least the models this year, because that's what's going to make it really stick in the mind. Can't wait for particle physics as well. Can't wait for talking about CERN again. Can't wait for talking about quarks and leptons and all that jazz. Really fascinating. So PG, yes, I did guess it was Seb. I've guessed by your plane picture there. So do have a good one, buddy. Hope you're enjoying what you're studying this year. Don't need to worry about thanking me. I know you guys appreciate it, because you showed me, you know, through, well, I taught some of you for 3 years, You showed me how enthusiastic you were for all the lessons, so you don't need to thank me. It's just my job, and I enjoy it. So great stuff. Mohammed saying, "Sir, I love it. Keep up the work." Yeah, good evening. So there's Sir Lewis arrived on the live feed. How you doing, buddy? Have you not seen Sir Lewis's camper van yet? Not camper van, caravan. It's looking incredible. So check out on his channel. When's all the GCSE videos coming out, Sir Lewis? Yeah, let us know, because we're all certainly looking forward to those. I know they're going to be absolutely fantastic. So scared for my international A-level physics exam in January. Yeah, I know, it's still kind of modular stuff, isn't it? Well, what's the advice? Don't be scared. Prepare for it. Make sure that you go into that knowing that you can give it your best shot, right? And I always say there's two grades: the one you're happy with and the one you're not. And if you're prepared for it, then you should be happy with the grade. If you know you gave it your best shot, then whatever grade that is, that is your best grade, and you should be pleased with it because you gave it your best shot. Very good. Just been in a local school planning some CPD sessions. Yeah, so Lewis wears many hats and doing some CPD sessions in some local schools. We're really looking forward to having the Institute of Physics come in and work with some of our staff and students as well. How shall we go over topics this year as well as last year's topics? Yeah, to be honest, I think the main thing to have is to make sure you've got the course textbook. And for us in Edexcel, I use the Shat book. Make sure that you do that. We are doing a few little collab things, like live feeds as well. But yeah, we'll chat about that later, Lewis. Yeah, the King Kong of physics. So and have that course guide, KF, and then go through those.